If you get bitten by what you think may be a venomous snake, experts say the best tool you have is your cell phone. We're a lot closer than we were last time. The fracture is right behind me there. You can see there's a pond to the left, a pond to the right, and the road, the dirt road that's in between them, just totally gave way. You can see how far back the storm pushed the whole house. The couple's bedroom had been right where I'm standing. The force of the explosion was so powerful it launched several huge pieces of metal like this across the street. You see the beach is mostly cleaned up right now. This morning it was a very different picture, and even now I picked up a rake just a minute ago and still scooped up a whole pile of dead fish. Hammond captured the snake as part of the state's invasive species removal program. FWC workers euthanized it. At 18 feet long, it's the largest snake that's been taken while the program's been in effect. This is a personal dash cam that you can get online or at an electronics store for around 20 bucks. But that's a small price that could save you big money in damages or even keep you out of jail. Deputies say this is what's left of Charles Jeffers' house after thieves burned it to the ground. He and his wife had lived here for 15 years, didn't have any plans to move, but now they have no choice. Since the accident, the sandblaster's been sitting here doing nothing, taking up space right on Daytona Beach, prime beachfront real estate that locals say should somehow be put back to good use. Medicines for animals are pretty much the same as medicines for people, and vets say they can be abused in the exact same way. Guys, I'm standing on half of what had been A1A. There's only one lane open right now, the northbound lane. Local businesses say this all can't wrap up fast enough. There are about 10 wounded warriors who are actually being carried into the water as part of the event, and about 30 or 40 volunteers, guests, and family members who are helping out. This is what the skimmer looks like from the inside. Criminals install this piece right here. Then they can park nearby and use a Bluetooth signal to get people's credit card information from the device. And if they're really savvy, they can install one of these in less than 2 minutes. This is the car that the 300-pound, half-naked burglar was trying to break into, and this is the bat that the woman used to tell him that she's not having any of it.
This is my weapon right here. If you mess with me, I'm gonna try to pop you.
And that's exactly what cops say 65-year-old Clarice Gainey did to Antonio Mosley. It started when she heard a noise outside.
She was like this, and banging on the door, like this.
Cops say when the 300-pound Mosley heard Gainey, he turned at her and charged. But this great-grandma was waiting and ready.
I popped him. I said, "Baya!" He said, "Oh, you hit me!"
And then he ran off half-naked toward the nearby trailer park.
He had nothing but his drawers on, okay, and no shoes and no shirt or nothing.
When police found him, they brought him right over to Gainey, who ID'd him right away. She hopes she taught him and any other crooks a lesson. Don't mess with Grandma.
I put a good one on him, but he's in jail, so I ain't got to worry about him no more. I bet you won't mess with that green goblin right there no more. Mosley's booked into the Alachua County Jail on $20,000 bond. He's facing burglary and drug possession charges. Live in Gainesville, Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News. This is the intersection where Ocala police say Mariah Hutchinson was jumping up and down, trying to get into people's cars and shooting a gun. When Ocala police roll up to this light, there's Mariah Hutchinson standing in the road. Soon as they shine a spotlight on him, he starts running at the cop car.
Let me see your hands! Put your hands on the hood of my car, now! Put your hands on the hood of my car!
Another officer's body cam shows the takedown.
Get your hands. Get down. What is wrong with you?
If it happened, they're running around gun.
Get your hands behind your back.
Cops called here in the first place because Hutchinson was pulling the same wild stunts on other drivers, just sitting at a red light. Watch the surveillance video of him throwing himself on the hood, and then witnesses say he fired a gun. The driver's daughter says her mom saw the weapon.
She slowed down far away from him, and that's when she noticed that he had a gun held by his waistband. She was crying and hysterical and terrified, describing everything that happened.
Police say Hutchinson fired several shots that blew out another car's window. Ocala police still trying to answer why.
We don't know what the motivation was. I think it's just apparent that he was under the influence of some pretty serious substances, and that led to this dangerous behavior.
Police saying Hutchinson was so violent they weren't about to take the cuffs off even for a second.
No, I'm not unhandcuffing him. Absolutely not. Not with the way we just had to fight him. Figure out a way to do it.
Now, even though cops saying Hutchinson may have been high as a kite, he at least had the presence of mind to toss the gun when police showed up, but they found it a short distance away. They say he has a long rap sheet already. Now he's facing new charges, including attempted murder. We're live in Ocala. Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News.
This is what's left of Vera Colette's Bithlow home, just an empty shell really. Fire and arson investigators trying to figure out what started this devastating fire.
Took me 7 years to have everything so I can find it.
98-year-old Vera Colette beside herself with grief, walking through what used to be her house, and outside picking up the fire-damaged remains of an expensive teddy bear.
I left you alone, didn't I?
The flames tore through her Bithlow home Tuesday night. Colette, who's legally blind, says the smell woke her.
I start smelling something, like very good smelly nose, you know.
It was coming from her spare bedroom. When she opened the door,
the flame came out on the bed, but that high.
Our first arriving units had heavy fire coming from the backside of the single-wide mobile home.
Firefighters also rescued her dog Oreo from the house.
He crawled under the table and he wouldn't come out. I said, let's go, the fire. And he just skid under the table. There's holes in the wall.
Now she's left picking up the pieces, but says she's got living left to do.
You have to want to live. You got to have that feeling inside, you know. That's real crazy. I'm still waiting for my parents to come, you know.
An amazing woman. The Red Cross is helping her out. She says eventually she'll be moving in with a friend. We're live in Bithlow. Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News. This is the house where the former pastor lived with his wife. Tonight, the both of them are thanking God that they're still alive. James Madison surveying the damage, the wreckage of the place he used to call home. There's only one reason he says he and his wife survived.
Lucky. The Lord was with us. Lord blessed us.
The Skyfox drone getting an overhead look at the extensive damage. Madison remembers what it was like when the storm hit.
I was in bed asleep, and it hit, threw my wife out of bed, moved the furniture all around. It was a mess.
You can see how far back the storm pushed the whole house. The couple's bedroom had been right where I'm standing. Church members helped gather belongings from the house that Madison says he and his wife were almost trapped inside.
I guess just trying to get what they could salvage out of the house for them that they could, to take with them and, clean it up and everything.
We were just fortunate the firemen was all here. They helped me down the stairs.
County officials say it could have been a tornado.
Like I said, it looks like a tornado has struck. It looks like there's about a half-mile debris field.
The nearby church he used to lead has a damaged roof, but Madison says one way or another, there'll still be church on Sunday.
We just fix it and go on. Got to go.
They're staying safely with family now. Officials say besides this building, 8 others were damaged by the storm, but there were no injuries. We're live in Lake County. Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News. When the shooting started here in Chicago Pizza, lots of the people who were inside ran for safety to Cinco de Mayo. The manager, Nally Vega, says it started out as a normal day.
It was a normal Sunday, like any other Sunday. You just come to work, ready for customers.
And then everything changed.
I seen people running through my back door, through my emergency exit, and I'm like, what's going on? And the server runs in that second and she said, there's a shooting.
Players and fans running for their lives when deputies say David Katz killed 2 people and wounded 11 others after losing in a video game tournament. The sound captured on streaming video. Vega says she tried keeping everyone safe.
I told everybody to hide. I put everybody on their tables, put them in the bathrooms, and I came over here and I locked used the high shirts to lock the door. I lock it, I put tables, and then I did the same on that door and make sure nobody left.
The landing quiet on its first day open since the shooting. A former worker at Chicago Pizza saying,
So I was thinking how it was going to affect Chicago Pizza. Will people be coming out to these tournaments and anything like that anymore? Will they have to get security? Will the security be armed? A lot of people have questions.
questions. No one from Chicago Pizza was available to answer. We also contacted the management office at the Landing.
The Landings released a statement saying that they're praying for everyone who was involved and they're fully cooperating with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office investigation. In Jacksonville, Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News.